Ren always thought the office was too quiet. It was a modern building in central Bangkok, all glass walls, cold air conditioning, and polite voices. Outside, the city never slept. Motorbikes cut through traffic like fish, street vendors shouted over each other, and the smell of grilled pork and sweet coffee floated up from the street. But inside the office, everything was calm. Too calm. Rin did not belong in calm places. He was a final-year university student and a marketing intern at a lifestyle and hospitality company that owned boutique hotels, cafes, and co-working spaces across the city. Most days, he worked with other interns, brainstorming ideas, writing captions, laughing too loudly. That morning, Rin was standing near the intern desks, holding his phone and talking at full volume. "I'm telling you," he said, waving one hand dramatically, "if they choose that color palette again, I will lose my mind. Beige is not a personality." A few interns laughed. Someone told him to lower his voice. Rin tried. He really did. For about 5 seconds. Then, the elevator doors opened. Rin noticed the silence first. The sudden kind. The dangerous kind. People straightened their backs. Conversations stopped. Even the air felt different, tighter. Rin turned around slowly, still mid-sentence, and who even approved? He stopped. A man had stepped out of the elevator. Tall, sharp, calm. He wore a dark shirt, sleeves rolled up just enough to look effortless. His hair was neatly styled, his posture perfect. He looked young. Late 20s maybe, but his eyes were tired in a way Rin had only seen in people who worked too much. The man scanned the office once, not rushed, not curious, controlled. Rin blinked. Then, without thinking, he leaned slightly toward the intern next to him and whispered, far too loudly, "Who is this scary suit-wearing robot? Does he ever smile, or is that illegal?" The intern's face turned white. Someone dropped a pen. The man's eyes moved. They landed directly on Rin. The room felt like it stopped breathing. Rin froze. His mouth was still half open, his brain suddenly very empty. The man looked at him for a long second. His expression didn't change. No anger, no smile, just quiet judgment. Then he turned to one of the senior managers. "Meeting room 3, now," and walked away. The elevator doors closed behind him with a soft ding that sounded far too polite for what had just happened. Rin swallowed. "What," he asked carefully, "was that?" No one answered him. 10 minutes later, Rin was called into a small meeting room. He sat on a stiff chair, hands on his knees, heart beating too fast. Across from him sat 2 managers. Both looked serious. "Rin," one of them said, folding her hands, "do you know who that was?" Rin shook his head slowly. "That," the manager continued, "is Krit Ratanakorn." The name hit him like a bus. Rin laughed once, a short, broken sound. "That's funny." No one laughed with him. "He's the owner of the company, the CEO." The room tilted. Rin stared at them. "The CEO?" "Yes." Rin felt his soul lead his body. "Oh," he said quietly. "Oh no." For one long second, no one spoke. Rin imagined packing his desk, calling his mother, changing his name, moving to another country. Finally, one manager sighed. "He didn't say anything, which is not good, but not bad." Rin nodded quickly. "I understand. I will never speak again. I will become furniture." She raised an eyebrow. "You're on thin ice. Be careful." Rin bowed slightly. Too much, too fast. "Yes, very careful. Silent, invisible." He walked out of the meeting room like a ghost. The rest of the day passed in a blur. Rin tried to work, but every sound felt too loud. Every laugh felt dangerous. He typed quietly. He did not comment. He did not joke. He even refused iced coffee. That was how serious it was. Around 5 in the afternoon, he felt eyes on him. Rin looked up. "Krit,
because now Rin knew his name, was standing near the windows talking to a manager. The late afternoon sun painted the city in gold behind him. Bangkok stretched below, busy and alive, completely unaware that Rin's life might be ending. Krit turned his head slightly. Their eyes met. Rin panicked. He smiled, too big, too fast. Krit did not smile back. Instead, he looked away, finished his conversation, and headed back toward the elevator. Rin exhaled shakily. "Okay," he whispered to himself. "It's fine. Everything is fine." It wasn't. As Rin packed his bag at the end of the day, one of the interns leaned over. "Hey," she whispered, "you know he doesn't come here often, right?" Rin looked at her. "He doesn't?" "No. Maybe once a month, when something is wrong." Rin stared at the floor. Something was very wrong. Outside, the sky had turned pink and purple. Rin walked out of the building into the heat and noise of Bangkok. Street food carts lined the sidewalk, smoke rising into the air. A vendor called out, selling grilled chicken. Someone laughed nearby. Life continued. Rin stopped, took a deep breath, and pressed his hands together in front of his chest. "Dear universe," he muttered, "I'm sorry. I didn't know." He looked back at the building one last time. Somewhere up there, Krit Ratanakorn was probably working, or judging, or planning something important. Rin had a strange feeling in his chest. Not fear, not exactly. More like curiosity. He shook his head. "Focus," he told himself. "Don't get fired." Bangkok buzzed around him as he walked toward the BTS station, unaware that this was only the beginning.